And welcome to another TLB Marketing Essentials video tutorial. This is part of the Wordpress series, and this particular video is on blog posts. So before I go into my website, I'm going to first create my content in Microsoft Word. This is always a good practice, whether it be your website page content or whether it be a post. There could be times where your website just suddenly goes down. I've seen clients suddenly just lose their website and they're starting from scratch to write their content if they haven't done this. I've also seen people, including myself, I hate to say it, who start creating their content on the site and for whatever reason it's not saved properly or your internet connection goes down and we've lost everything that we've done. So it's a great practice just to simply write your content in Microsoft Word first of all. And if we want to just step back a moment to talk about the size of your Facebook posts, search engines want to see a minimum of 300 words in your post. Please don't do a post below that. However, the optimal would be sitting between 800 words to 1,200 words. And that's going to be much better for search engines. It's getting more relevant content out on your websites for them to pick up fresh content, which the search engines really like to see. So if you want to find out how many words your article is, simply go to Tools up in your toolbar and click on Word Count. And from there you're going to see this particular article is just over 1,000 words. So that is pretty optimal. A quick note as well on how often you should be blogging. I like to recommend that most small business owners try to blog at least once a month just to get that fresh content out there for the search engines and to use their keywords a bit. Someone who's a little bit more aggressive is going to choose once a week, while someone who really doesn't have time in their schedule is going to try to at least do it once per quarter. Okay, so I've copied all my content and now I'm going to go into the back end of my website. To go into creating a new post, you can either click the plus button up at the top where it says New and click on Post. On the side you can just simply go Add New, or if you click on All Posts you'll get a list of all of your recent posts, and from there you can click Add New in the window. So I've already done that and I am in the screen now. I'm going to go down to this little window down here where the formatting is very, very similar to Microsoft Word, so it's very easy to use. Now if for any reason you look over at these tabs and it's on text, just switch over to visual. It'll be a little easier for you. So I am going to just paste all of my content in there. And now we're going to go through the content. So first I want my page title up at the top. So I'm going to just put that up there. And that's automatically going to be in the heading 1 font of my website, whatever my site has been formatted for the heading 1. So if it's a font size 36 Candera font in orange, for instance, that's what the title is automatically going to appear as. So I'm just going to delete that and any extra space here in my article. And now the next thing I want to do is create a heading 2. You want to go through and utilize the headings that you see here, heading 1, 2, 3, all the way to 6, because the search engines are looking for the content within those headings. So you're best off if you can have your keywords in those particular headings. It also makes it a lot easier to read when your content is broken up into different subsections. So because I've used heading 1 already, the next heading I'm going to use is heading 2. Now the one thing you don't want to do is jump from heading 6 to 4 to 1 to 5. You want to have your headings formatted by your web developer in such a way that it's going to make sense that heading 1 is obviously the largest, heading 2 is slightly smaller, and so on and so forth, so that you can use these in order because it's how the search engines find them. Now having said that, you can use heading 2, for instance, several times throughout the post, continuing on, but as you go they should be decreasing. So this is going to be a heading 2, and I've got a little extra space here, so I'll just back up. And again, I've got a little extra space, so just backing up. And this one here should also be, let's see, that was a heading 2. I'm going to go to a heading 3 now for the next several titles. So a heading 3 again. By the way, if you're in here and you should happen to hit enter, you'll notice you do get an extra space. If you're wanting to get rid of that, simply hit shift and enter at the same time and you will not have that extra space. Otherwise, WordPress tends to insert an additional line. So again, I'm just creating all of these as heading 3s, getting rid of that extra space. While I'm here, I'm just going to italicize this portion because it's just a little hint. And if you had a quote, for instance, you may want to use the quotation marks, and it's going to indent it and add some quotes. And again, to the heading 3. And I think I'm just going to bold this one. So again, formatting just like you would in Microsoft Word. And you'll see there are a couple areas in here where I've got photo. You can't see it quite yet. And let's see, this one I'm actually going to go down to heading 4 because it's a little bit different than my main questions. And we're just about there. Again, this one's going to be a heading 4. And now you can see this is where I want to add my photos. So we'll go into that in just a moment. And I have a little PS on the bottom. I'm going to italicize that as well. Okay, so now let's go into adding photos to your post. And one more quick thing I do need to mention as well is if you want to read more links. So on your blog page, you'll have a series of all of the posts that you've ever created. Usually they'll be 6 to a page or 10 to a page or something. And you want to have a read more button so that your entire post is not listed on that blog page. To do that, we're simply going to add a read more link. So I simply go to where I want my content to end on that beginning page. So let's find a compelling spot here. Let's see. So I'm going to hit enter and I'm going to insert my read more link. So here's my read more tag. And now that's where a read more button is going to appear when this is on the main blog page. When they click that, they'll see the entire blog on its own page. Okay, so now we're going to add the media. So on that blog summary page where all of your posts are included, you're going to see an image for that particular post, and that's your main featured image. So scroll all the way down to the bottom and you'll see featured image here. I'm going to click on set featured image. Now I can either choose to upload new files or go into my media library for files that I've already got. So if I upload files, I simply either drag and drop any files or click on select files and choose them on my computer. So I've already uploaded the images I want, and this is the one that I would like for my featured image. And I'm going to just click on set featured image, and now you'll see it's in there as my featured image. Now I want a few images in my actual blog post. So I'm going to find those little areas where I put in the word photo to just remind myself. And this is one spot where I've done that. And this time I'm going to click the Add Media button up at the top to add media directly into my post. So this time I'm going to click on the before picture, insert that into my post, and I'm going to try that again. So the before picture. And over on the side, you'll see the size of my image. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to put my alignment to center, and I'm going to leave my size to full size. And I'll insert that, and now you see it's going to look a little different. And again, I'm just going to get rid of where it says photo and click add media. And now I want the other one. And again, it's center aligned now, it's full sized, and we're going to insert that. And one more time here again. I wanted to add a photo here. So add media and upload my final picture. And again, this should be center aligned, full sized, and insert that into my post. Okay, now that we've done that, we just want to make sure that this is inserted into a category in our website blog so that it's easy for users to navigate and find this. So for this one, I'm going to click the category Facebook. And let's see if there's anything else. I think I'll put it under social media as well. So it's in that category. And now that we've done that, we can either save it as a draft if we don't want it published yet. We could go in and we can publish for later. So I could simply click on edit, and now I could say what date I want that published. So if you want to spend, just 2 full days creating the next 6 blog posts or whatever, or even 6 months worth of blog posts, you can do that, go in, add them, and just simply schedule them all. I am going to say publish immediately, so I didn't actually have to click the edit. So here we've got the date, and I'm simply going to say okay. Now I haven't done any search engine optimization on this post because this video isn't actually about that. So I'm simply going to click on publish. And next I'm going to just go check and see what it looks like. However, it's always a good idea to do that before you've published it. There was a preview button here. I often just go ahead and publish and then make my edits right away. It's quite unlikely with a lot of posts that other people are going to be on it immediately before you've had a chance to make any changes. So I can simply click on View Post. In this case, I'm actually going to open it in a new tab. I like to do that. And my featured image appears at the top. And now you can see here's my H1 Facebook reach hack. And now here is the article. So as you can see, it's a little bit easier to scan because of the titles. And let's just check how those images look. And I think it looks good. Okay, so I'm good to go. If I saw something here that I needed to change, I can simply at the top click on Edit Post and go back and change that. Okay, so happy posting. And this wraps up the WordPress video on blog posts.